Good morning, everyone. Welcome this morning to Wake Up and Make Up with Grace Givens. It's been a long time. I hope you haven't forgotten all about me. I've been through a lot. You probably have too. It's been a rough several months. Last November, I had a major surgery. As a matter of fact, it's not one you really like to talk about. I had a colostomy, and it will be irreversible. That's right, I carry a bag. And it's not a Gucci, much as I wish it were. I would never choose to do that. It's not a fun thing, but I have to tell you, it's also not the worst thing that can happen to you. It saves me from being incontinent, and it saves me from, well, hopefully it would save me from dying of this cancer. Although my cancer is persistent, and after being considered totally lacking disease after that surgery, and then the one following, which took out a malignant lymph node from between my lungs, not in either lung, but between them, I was clean as a whistle, just as clean as a whistle, until 3 weeks ago. And 3 weeks ago, I went in for a regular CAT scan, and what do you know? There are now 3 nodes in my lungs. One in my left node, one in my left lung now. Kind of hard to say because it's not any fun. And 2 in my right lung. That puts me in a very bad situation. It makes me stage 4 for sure, which I've been stage 4 twice before, but it's been with one tiny thing that needed to be removed, and then I was clean. My body appears to be clean except for these 3 nodes, but that ranks me as inoperable and unradiatable. So there's not a chemo that's really known to work that I know of yet on HPV-related squamous cell cancer. So I'm in a quandary and in a pickle. My only real hope is immunotherapy. And you may have been reading about immunotherapy lately because a Houston doctor, Dr. Jim Allison from MD Anderson, who is a research doctor, I imagine he's a hematologist as well, has really actually uncovered this whole idea of improving your immune system, using your immune system to kill cancer. He won the Nobel Peace Prize just a couple of weeks ago for this. I've actually been following him I've been following him since it first came out about 5 years ago that he was working on such a thing, and it seemed so smart to me that I decided I would try to meet this guy. Well, forget that. First of all, I'm not in his field, and I don't qualify to see him. And at that time, I didn't have stage 4 cancer. So, nevertheless, I'm a big fan, and thank you, Dr. Allison, because of you, I may be able to get some treatment that will make me live a lot longer. Could even cure. We don't say those words casually in cancer, but could even cure. Now, but life goes on, and makeup goes on, and us old chicks still need to know how to apply it. A girlfriend of mine sent me this applicator brush. It's kind of cool. I think she spent a lot of money on it, so I'm going to try to use it today. I didn't use it so far, and you see that I have done some of my makeup before I started talking to you. I am wearing a lot of green today, and so I'm going to kind of play with a little bit of this green here and see what happens. It's always an experiment with me. I never really know what's going to happen, but I play, and you know what I do, I blend. And when you blend, you can almost do anything. If you just blend it enough to where it all smooths in, then you'll be forgiven for most of your errors, okay? Most of your sins can be forgiven if you blend. Now, that may not be true with the good Lord. I don't know. I'll have to ask him when I get there. If I'll get credit for having blended. That'd be nice. Okay, folks, here it is. I don't like that too much. That's too close into my nose. Am I better? I think so. Okay, so I want to tell you about what I need to get you up to date. I was supposed to have this surgery that I had. Well, actually, the doctor that I was sent to when I came back to Houston from New York told me that it was absolutely urgent we get done, but he had to have a team to put together because they were going to take the muscles from my legs and graft them within me to build me up and reinforce me, and it was terrible, terrible surgery. They were going to cut me from my breastbone all the way down to my pubic bone, flay me open. Well, they didn't want to do it because they said I was too old, and I sure didn't look like the prospect of doing it. But I was stuck because I was told that that was the only place in Houston where they would know how to work on the kinds of radiation I've had. Because remember, I had regular radiation, ordinary radiation, and I had brachytherapy, which is the gold seeds that they radiate with and place them in your body, or place them in your body and then radiate them. You know what? I'm going to do this too. I got this in a Lancome package the other day, and I like it. This is a little pale, ooh, it looks gold when I put it up here against you, but it's not gold, but it has a peachy gold flavor to it when you put it on, and I like that. And it's going to go right here above my lashes to just kind of open up and bring me out a little bit here. I think it's pretty. What do you think? You think it's pretty? I like it staying. Okay, so and I'm going to use my eyeliner now. At first I used kind of a dark brown, almost to a violet on the base, right in my corners. It's kind of dark looking yet. Let me see how I look to you. You may think I look a little harsh too. We're in a different place than we usually are because thank God we have a guest house behind our house. We bought this house so my mom could live with us and we could stay married too. And our ceiling caved in about 5 days before we got this pretty disastrous diagnosis from me. And so we are forced to be living outside. And I'm forced to be thinking about something other than just saving my life. I have to redesign my bedroom and my closet. You know, that's not a bad thing. Diversion is probably really good for me right now. Okay, I'm going to use my gel, my favorite Ulta, ULTA gel that I get for eyeliner, but I don't think I can buy it anymore, and I'm worried about that. When I've gone to the store, they haven't seemed to have it. They're like getting fewer and fewer of them. And I found this little mirror the other day because I'm not in my regular bathroom with my magic mirror that does everything, so I'm having to make do. And this little mirror has a magnifier that actually has a little light on it, and that's pretty magical right there. So okay, this is, we do as close as we possibly can to our lashes. Like that. It's pretty good. Okay. Anyway, I had a really bad experience with that doctor. He said it was urgent and that we had to do it right away, but he had to assemble a team. That was in July. He didn't assemble a team until September the 24th. That was the team. We're going to have surgery on the 25th. Well, when I went in on the morning of the 24th to have all the final tests and anesthesia consults, etc., I was to meet with him at 11 o'clock in the morning. And I got there at 10 for my EKG, got down to see him way before 11. He didn't get in to see me until 4. Now, mind you, I'm fasting. This is an abdominal surgery, and so you have to fast as if you were having a colonoscopy. So I'm hungry, and I'm sitting there for hours and hours and hours. And when I finally said, gosh, he must really be having a time in surgery, there must be a major emergency or something, his nurse quietly said, oh no, he's just interviewing new patients. All right. So I got in there. My girlfriend Donna, thank God, had come to be with me through this traumatic thing. Robert would have been, but she wanted to be, and that saved him having to be there. So instead, God bless her, she had the presence of mind to record the appointment so that Robert would hear everything that went on and know exactly what was going to happen the next day. And so when we got in there, I was telling him that reminding him that I'd had a cortisone shot because I'd had the flu, and I had called his office and said, was it okay for me to have a cortisone shot? And because I was having such bronchitis. And they said that the nurse went and asked him. And he came back with, yes, you can have the shot, but not a Medrol dose pack. And so, I gotta see where I came in on this. Okay, I'm about to run out of time. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm timing myself because YouTube is particular. They don't like me to spend too much time with one session. So as soon as I'm finished with this, I'm going to pick up right where I left off and start section 2. This is section 1 of episode 14 of Wake Up and Make Up with Grace Givens. I'm glad you're here. I hope you've subscribed, and I'm hoping you're sharing it with your friends. I'll see you in 2 seconds, okay? Bye.